I believe we're at episode 3. Uh, we're going to do this for like 7 minutes, 7 minute episodes. And so we'll break and come back, and that's what we're doing. So this is episode 3, I think. But if I lose it and I lose track of the episodes, well, you tell me. Just tell me how I messed up, and maybe we can fix it. I don't know. But anyway, Tamara, I want to get back to something. Well, what were we talking about just before the break?
Oh, the diet.
The diet. Okay, that's very important. Tamara's diet. Now, Tamara is a magical cook, but she's very strict. Very strict. Has to be get the recipe. Got to go for the recipe. And I don't cook that way at
No,
all.
I don't. I don't
What?
go for the recipe because I know a lot of recipes by heart.
Okay, well, you know the recipes then, and that's the law.
But if it's something I don't know, yes, you go by the recipe, or you end up doing my stove. What you did with the when you made the when you fill the bottom of my stove with blackberries in your blackberry.
But it was a damn good cobbler.
No, it took me days to clean that up.
I know it was tough, wasn't it, honey?
Yes.
The devil made me do it. But wasn't it good though? Wasn't it a good cobbler?
I don't remember the cob. I just remember cleaning up
Yeah,
the
I know, but
mess.
it was a good cobbler. It was. I
I
did it in.
don't
I did.
know.
What was that blue stuff that I bought? God, I gave that a good try, but I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it. Like getting into casseroles, endless casseroles, man. I mean, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of work, and sometimes I had successes. And
Well, I try to eat a very low fat diet
yeah, I'll go ahead.
with lots of fruits and vegetables because I don't wa- I don't have a doctor that's going to do anything for me. I don't get $80,000 operations for free, and I wouldn't want to go through one anyway. So I'm very careful about what I do.
I would agree with that completely. You are extremely careful about what you do. You are. I would say that's true. And me, what am I? What would you say I am about myself? Would you say I'm
Well, you got 4 Gotham balls in your bladder, and apparently you're working for 4 more.
duck eggs?
Yeah,
And I'm working for 4 more.
yeah.
And it took me, I think, from the time I was like maybe my early 20s up to the point where
No,
I
you were slim when you came
no,
here.
no, but I mean I had gravel and I had a bunch of stuff going urinarily.
This wasn't kidney stones.
No, no, well I
Was
had
cholesterol balls.
yeah whatever you want to call them. But it was all part of the process because if they had been smaller, they said they could have shattered them with ultrasound, which I was dreading because I've had my urethra strafed by gravel and it's not pleasant. It's just not. Ask anybody to tell you.
Well, I'm extremely careful. All my relatives died of a heart attack. From a little, we lived in a little town in Sedancio, Texas, and we'd never heard of cancer because nobody ever lived long enough to get cancer on their fried chicken and gravy and the ice cream you made in the church and the butter and the eggs and yes, they all died. Like in their. I had an uncle that died at 35 of a heart attack. One that had 3 heart bypass surgeries but died at 60. Had an uncle that died when he was 50. Um, Only the Indian relatives who didn't eat all that lived to be a ripe old age.
Me, Indian relative. Me.
Well, some of them lived on clabber and cornbread and garbanzo beans, but they
What do you
called.
think, Tamara? What do you think about plain yogurt?
Well, it's good, but as not many of the cultures can survive the stomach acid. So I've read many
What
things
if it
about
what if it what if it what if it helps you to settle your stomach? What about that?
the stomach acid kills the cultures, most of the
Well,
cultures.
it's a balance thing. It's like the reason you dose with the yogurt is for it is a
Well, all
yogurt.
I know is it hasn't helped me, and I'm lactose
Yoga.
intolerant, so I have to take those pills. And
Not me. Not me. Mm.
no doctor has said that it's really. They say, "Oh, it won't hurt you. It's good. It's good. It won't hurt you if you want to eat it." And some of the cultures might survive, but not many. Most of them are killed by the stomach acid, no matter whether it's in a pill or yogurt or in the uh, that kefir milk.
Hmm.
And it's good. It tastes good.
Well,
Fine.
what do you think about uh, cultural cultural degradation? Let's say, when you have a culture, it's like uh, the way that they create clabber and other milk products is to start a process of decomposition, and so the chemical changes, and then you get various things like cheese and cottage cheese. What do you think about cottage cheese?
Well, I, I, I can't eat it with. I'm lactose intolerant. I have to take those pills.
Oh, I love it.
So I used to eat a lot of it, but as older I got, the
There you go. You got
less
some really
tolerant I
good
was
quality
to
cottage
lactose.
cheese, and
Yeah.
it's in the pink. I'll bring it in. Actually, I might do a kitchen tour today.
I drink
Yeah,
soy milk. Most of the stuff I drink is soy milk.
could do a kitchen tour today,
And for women
but it's Friday.
want to keep their estrogen levels up, drink soy milk.
Okay. Well, why is that important? Your estrogen levels. Why is that important, Dr.
Well,
Mary?
keeps your young, keeps your is it estrogen is good. keeps keeps you young.
Okay. And is that important to be young, to feel young, to create young? Is that important?
Well, I would say so. I mean, you can go to the doctor and spend a lot of money on that vaginal the estrogen vaginal cream or the
Ooh.
$40 for a little pack of estrogen. Uh,
Okay.
but
Okay.
soy
Okay.
milk has calcium in it and it's
Okay. Okay. Okay.
inexpensive.
Not to cut your, yeah,
Yeah.
to cut, yeah. Be back in a minute. Be back in a minute.